no idea what friggin' episode number it is. Oh, we're on the air. We are live. We are live. I hope you got your big girl panties on. Come on, let's see the jazz hands. Oh, there we go. Babyface P doing jazz hands. There we go. Walter is doing the booby squeeze jazz hands right there.
These are sore from shooting shotguns. Sad.
Oh God!
Oh, seriously. You poor man.
Oh, it was painful.
I'm sore from that crap.
You're sore? You're sore? Okay, yeah, me too.
Those things are abusive.
Yeah. We will talk about that and lots of other things. This is episode 337 of the Who Moved My Freedom podcast, coming to you live from the Strange Media Studios here in Gainesville, our home for now. We're going to have to move, but that's other things that we got to talk about. Episode 337, Free for All Monday. Can we get 2A sanctuaries in every state? Can we get gun sanctuaries in America?
It's called the Second Amendment. There's no need for sanctuaries. It's called the Second Amendment.
Shall not be infringed.
Exactly.
Yeah, I agree with you. You know what? It's a good point. You're making a good point, Patrick. It is a shame that we have to have sheriffs and other law enforcement officials around the country saying, no.
There's a difference between sanctuary cities protecting illegal criminals and people, using their constitutional rights.
Why do you have to have sanctuary? It's like, was it Igor or what is that? The Humpback of Notre Dame? Sanctuary. Sanctuary. You ever saw that? You ever saw the Hunchback of Notre Dame?
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah. Well, the sanctuary thing is a church thing, right? Where you go into a church.
Is that what it is?
Yes, it's sanctuary.
So.
They can't come and get you out of the church.
Yeah.
You sure that's true? In the olden days, not anymore.
The very olden days when Walter was a little kid.
Yeah. Nowadays, cops
in
church.
in the seventh century BC. That maybe worked.
Don't be so sure, because they've had illegals hiding in churches and they didn't go and get it. So
no, it's still a thing. It is still a thing. People do hide in churches. Yes.
Yeah.
Up to this day. Yeah.
And churches allow criminals to be harbored in their
not so much criminals, but illegals.
That's a criminal.
Well, different things.
Technically,
Yes, that is one of the things. But there are several other things that, yes, churches, I think, do still offer. Look, the Catholic Church has been offering sanctuary to pedophiles.
For years and years.
The Catholic Church helped all the Nazis get out of Europe, too.
This sounds about right.
But that was all about the shekels, my friend. That was all about the shekels.
That's what the world is. It's always about
pieces of silver. If you ever want to know who
Nazi gold.
You know how who was it that took the pieces of silver to betray Jesus?
What's his name?
Oh my gosh, I can't believe my mother would get out the ruler right now and crack me on the knuckles.
Not
someone's gonna say it.
Oh man, someone save us from our own selves for forgetting
Judas,
yeah.
Forgive me, Father.
Yeah.
Yeah. So So there's that. There's a whole bunch of different things going on. We were talking about off air. I'm trying to remember exactly what we were talking about before we came on. What was it? These guys were griping to me about something. I was like, save your gripe until we get on air.
You want to complain about cars or something?
Yeah, I do. I do want to complain about cars. You guys are talking about, there's a bunch of people. Well, unfortunately, there's a bunch of people dying. We had some horrible things in Alabama, right?
Today is like the death day. We had on Friday we had the actor that died. I think we talked about him a little bit.
Luke Perry.
There was a musician guy in England that died too.
That's the lead singer of the Prodigy. He died today. He hung. I'm not gonna say he hung himself, but he killed himself. I don't know how.
Oh, he did.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's terrible.
Suicide. And then all the people in Alabama over the weekend. Did you guys get the storm down south?
Oh yeah, hell yeah!
It came in, but I didn't realize it was as bad as it was until I saw the pictures of all of the touchdowns from tornadoes, and it's all like southern Alabama, southern Georgia, and a couple of them up into Tallahassee.
Yeah, it was
crazy.
Say, my son at FSU was getting tornado warnings. He was
they lock him down or something.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was worse than I thought it was just going to be a thunderstorm like normal, and then Marley got up.
When they said they had the tornadoes, that was at 2:00 in the afternoon. I looked at the radar, and there was strips of red, and when it's red,
That's some serious storm.
That's bad juju, Buana.
Yeah.
So, and then when you see strips of red and little curly cues and little pockets of, that's usually like tornadic activity. So
and then it got cold. Or at least up here it has. I don't know if it came down to you guys.
Cooled off here. It's not going to be as cold as you guys are.
The rain last night was pretty bad. The other son that's here decided to go out and hang out with his buddies
in the store.
And was not trying to come back home. And I was like, no, you got to come, because I had to take that vehicle, the 4Runner. You know, the 4Runner. You christened the 4Runner with your baby face projectile vomit.
I don't know what you're talking about.
So anyway, he had to bring it back so that we could take it, because I had to take it to the repair shop. So he had to come back because he wanted to. He's on spring break.
Oh yeah, that's right. Florida colleges are on spring break this week.
Yeah,
Marley's on spring break.
Yeah, so he was just trying to hang out, and then I was like, no, you got to bring your butt home.
Yeah.
And then it just started thunder and lightning and raining. I was like, well, maybe I shouldn't have told him.
Very frightening.
Maybe I should have just let him stay where he was. And he came back and he was mad because he got wet.
The youth of today.
Yeah.
A little bit of rain.
Yeah. So there's some horrible things happening, man. Who was it? Someone was saying that they were a fan of that band. What was the band again? Prodigy?
Prodigy, yeah. I like the Prodigy.
What songs did they do?
They're, man, you're gonna put me on the spot. Firestarter.
Oh wait, are they the Firestarter?
Yeah, that's Prodigy.
Oh, I love that song.
Okay, so you did know that one. Good. Yeah, no, they got a bunch of them.
Yeah, I love that. I don't know any of the lines except.
That's only yeah. You gotta if you get a chance.
Was that song in Blade?
It could have been.
So someone out there tell me if that was the song in Blade, because I remember Blade 1. There was something like that in there. It was like, I'm the Firestarter. I thought so. Those are British guys then.
Yeah, it's like 90s British grunge, maybe. I don't know what you would call it.
Like screaming rock. You ever like that
but it's like techno-y mixed in. It's hard to tell.
Walter, you seem like a guy that would like that screaming raven. Kind of no
Prodigy. Let's see.
No, that's hard on the system.
Yeah. What about the guys? There's those guys that like all their stuff is. I
have a friend that listens to that.
Talk.
I got a friend that listens to that. I don't understand it. I just can't do it.
Your throat will fall out. You get throat cancer faster.
I don't know how.
What's his name getting the cunnilingus throat cancer?
I don't know how it's done. Like I don't know how you survive that.
My daughter's soon-to-be husband was in a band that did that yelling kind of music stuff.
Okay.
It's like,
some of it's cool, but I couldn't do that on a consistent basis.
Not my kind of music.
You would have to get voice box transplants or something.
Yeah, every couple years.
Yeah, that's just like there's some rappers like that too that rap in a real deep voice, but that's not how they talk. Yeah,
if you ever listen, like go listen to an interview with Corey Taylor. He doesn't sound gruff at all. That's the lead singer of Slipknot.
Yeah. Okay. So and then we lost Luke Perry.
Yeah. What was he in? I don't know anything about that guy.
He was from 904 out. No, was it
902?
I'm thinking 904 Outdoors that was hanging out with us the weekend. 90210, right? Beverly Hills.
Yeah, Beverly Hills. Yeah.
What do you have? Cancer?
Yeah.
I'm guessing cancer.
A stroke.
He had a stroke.
Oh, God.
He had a massive stroke.
Jesus.
Yeah. And Luke Perry was like 52.
52.
I never watched that 90210 stuff because I'm not into that. But he was in one of my favorite movies in ever, Fifth Element.
What's he in that?
He played. I just looked it up on IMDb, but he plays Billy,
the assistant to like.
Yeah, in the beginning when they're back in the past, and the guy is in the Egyptian pyramid, and he's going Aziz Light, and then there's a guy there drawing, and he's all he's like the American, and he doesn't give a crap. He's like, yeah, Aziz Light, and he's marking down how many times he says Aziz. That's Luke Perry.
Yeah, Luke Perry as Billy.
Yeah. So, I mean, I've seen him in other things, but basically, he wasn't in a lot of stuff that I would look at because he was like a teen heartthrob type of thing, which I wasn't into, but, so there you go. That was cool. I know I'm not shouting out anyone. I see Ashley from Gunstreamer. Shout out to her. Ashley from Gunstreamer. Shout out to everyone out there who's joining us right now. Please, guys, don't forget to smash those thumbs ups. Okay, we need that. Share the video. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe right now and then ring the bell. That's how you get notified that we do this. I want to thank the folks from Gun Prime. They are sponsoring us this month. And Gun Prime is working with Walther. You know, Walther has that shoot it, love it, buy it promotion going on.
Buy it.
Yeah. So Gun Prime and Walther are working on that. I'm going to put up, let me see. I'll throw up this link. Let's see. I got to find this. I got to find the link first and then throw up the link for that. But they are doing that together, and they're helping us to promote that.
Okay. I got one little, I got to tell you.
What's up?
For all you people that don't like vaccinations.
I don't think that's any people in here.
Oh yeah, there's a measles thing going on in the Philippines right now.
Does that surprise anybody?
14,938 infected.
Are they not vaccinated over there?
238 dead.
Well,
so we basically got rid of diseases that are going to come back in the next 20 to 30 years because people won't vaccinate.
Yeah. So I hate to get into more death, but this is one of the things that we should talk about because there's some freedom shit wrapped up in all of this. I don't know if you guys know this. So there's a lot of people in America that over the last years have not been vaccinating their children. Now, I'm okay with that.
Me too.
Here's where I come down on it. I
vaccinated my kids. Public.
Don't bring them to my hospitals though and expect us to treat them.
Don't put them in a public school.
All right,
so, can't take them to public schools.
Okay. All right, just listen to me for a second. I vaccinated the living crap out of my kids, okay?
He gave them 3 vaccines each. Each. So he gave them 3 rounds. So he was super vaccinated.
First of all, I've been vaccinated. In the times that I was born, they would not let you travel around the world if you didn't get vaccinated.
Well, no, I don't. You still can't, I don't think. A lot of places.
I'm not sure. Yeah, probably.
If I was going anywhere in the continent of Africa or in the Southeast Asia, I'd get some shots.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, so there's that. But I weighed that whole thing and I decided, look, I know I'm taking a risk. It can mess up my kids, but I took that risk, got them vaccinated. But people do have the right to do that. Well, what's been happening lately since we're having these outbreaks, the government has told companies like Amazon to crack down on people who are creating anti-vaccination literature or videos and things like that. And Amazon is complying and pulling books that are talking about not vaccinating your kids. And you're going to see that videos and stuff like that are getting pulled. Things are getting pulled off of social media.
You know, it's one of these things where is the information provided factual?
Yeah, see, that's the thing. Is it like a fairy tale where you know without any scientific proof that you know that little dangerous lie, little Joey's dying because he got a shot, or is it because little Joey's nutcase because mama's a nutcase or daddy's a nutcase?
Okay, I get all of that, but I don't think here's what I believe. I don't know, you guys believe your own thing, but I don't think they should be telling. That's up to people to decide. I don't think it's cool for them to come down and start pulling those kinds of books off the shelves, and that's mind control. That's getting rid of the First Amendment. Maybe that stuff's happening to us too.
Maybe not the books and all that stuff, but long as somebody's not putting falsehoods out there. I mean, that's like you're in danger.
Yeah, but you can use that. You can use what you're saying to say like what we're saying here. They can go, "Oh, you guys are putting out falsehoods." You know, people are allowed to speak their opinion and say, "Look, I don't think you should get vaccinated." And then it's not cool for the government to go out and say, "You know what? You can't have this book. Can't be up there. Someone can't write something saying you can't do this."
I'm on board with that. I mean, I think you should be able to read any book you want at any point you want.
At some point in our history of medicine, we actually believed that it was okay to take an ice pick and put it in someone's brain and jumble it around like this. We thought that was cool.
I watched videos on that back in neuropsychology.
Yeah. So I'm not saying, look, that's why I'm telling you guys, I vaccinated my kids. I'm fine with that. But I understand the side of it where people are saying you are running a risk that you might add something to your kid that they may not survive or may create other problems for them. And they at least deserve the right to have that voice out there, and people should be able to access that information and then make their own decisions. Now, under circumstances like this, where there's problems going on, I get it. If people say, well, okay, we don't want this kid coming to the school or doing this thing or that thing. But if we allow them to use this guise to kill free speech, they're going to use it against us, people. And they're already doing it. They're already pulling things. But see, there's folks out there who think that's going to stay with guns. They're going to use this for whatever they want. Guns. Should you vaccinate? Should you not vaccinate? You know, don't worry. You'll see it. You'll see more and more of that. So,
like I said, if you're going to be in the masses with the masses of people, and you're going to be a risk to the masses, then maybe you shouldn't be with the masses.
Yeah,
I'll just leave it at that.
You know, one thing for me that's kind of sticky on this whole thing is total freedom. I approve of parents having the right to do whatever they want with their kids. But on the other side, and then because for an adult, you could basically say, look, it's your life. You do whatever you want. Take your life into your own hands. And if you fuck up, it's your problem. But on the other side of it, it's like kids are involved and they don't have free will per se because their parents decide everything for them. So it's kind of, the whole thing's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Because you can't really, like for me, if somebody decides to smoke and it gets cancer and dies, it's part of that. You knew the risk that you were going to take when you started smoking.
Took that risk. Yeah. I don't.
But for kids, you can't. For kids, you can't say, "Well, your parents took that risk for you."
Yeah. You're dead. You're dying, but they're still alive. They're fine.
I think we need to look. I agree with the fact that when it affects the public, that we can do some things of saying, okay, you guys don't want to vaccinate. We don't necessarily want you in the public.
But burning books is not the answer.
Yeah, burning books or pulling books or pulling free speech. If people have videos up talking about their experience and why they don't want to do things, there's a lot of people that have had to deal with autism and all kinds of stuff out there. I know none of it is proven. Nope. All of this stuff is always growing, but the idea of going against people and pulling all those things down is exactly what they're using against us. Walter, if you show a gun and you open it up, YouTube goes, nope, we don't like that. And there's going to be more of that, especially when these things get allowed. And then eventually the gun books and things like that, they'll go, you know what? We don't want this gun book up there. Just like they're saying you can't publish 3D, 3D gun.
Oh, you see where they're gonna actually basically just they're gonna corrupt files for that. Have you seen there's a bunch that are gonna do that, where these places where you can get the files for this stuff, they're gonna go out and basically put viruses and things into the corrupt the files. So there's some people out there that are like, as a protest, they're gonna do that, right?
The genie is out of the bag. It's out of the bottle. It's never going back in.
Yeah,
I got the genie right here.
Just like if anybody thinks that genie's going back in, it's never going to happen.
Yeah, Jafari H says the same thing when it comes to circumcision. Circumcision, that's male mutilation. I don't believe in it. I'll just put that out there for you guys. That's mutilation as far as I'm concerned. The same thing as chopping off the JJ flaps.
No, that's not.
Yeah.
That's not.
Circumcision is horrible.
Well, it doesn't stop you. It doesn't stop you from.
It kills some of the sensation. I don't want to get into anyone's personal thing here. Of whether you've been chopped or not chopped.
All right, sorry I brought up the measles. Okay.
I know. This is Walter's fault.
But I had to do that because we as a country that got rid of all this crap,
it's coming back.
Now we're suffering because of our. Oh, let everybody in. Everybody's nice. Come on in.
Yep, it's coming.
They're all clean and proper and, and all this stuff. And they're a lot of disease-ridden thugs is what
they're coming back.
And have no problem impregnating everything that moves or trying to and spreading all the diseases. So, hey, that's life in the big city.
I don't understand how that has to do with the your business, that you're like part of your junk getting cut off.
You're the one that went to that, so you're gonna have to explain.
H mentioned it. Jafari H mentioned it.
Oh, okay.
But, I'm just bringing up. I'm speaking for the people. For the people out there. There's been some people that have been. Do you know that there's little boys that they try to circumcise them, and then they slipped and cut off their junk, and then to cover it up, they made that boy into a girl.
Well, and they raised them as girls.
That stuff is hangable offense in my book. So
there's all kinds of craziness like that going around. Yeah.
Well, that's a whole nother story there. So yeah.
Listen, God gave you that little extra skin as a natural protection for your junk. Okay. And we have technology called water and soap. Invented by the Egyptians. You got to wash your stuff.
And you know what? The U.S. government actually has programs in Africa, or they say it is, to show African men how to clean their gimmick. Now, why is that? Why do we got to show? Why do we got to show the ancient folks?
Because you know, the bigger it is, the more difficult sometimes it is. Just a little bit of jealousy.
All right. Anyways, next subject.
Yeah, yeah. So,
let me see something else on file. That was okay. Is that on the lighter side? Can we get back to something?
Well, we were talking about all these things, and then you know what, you guys, before I forget, so I was telling you guys I'm driving around a Suburban for a couple of days. I don't know what year. It's like a late model Suburban.
Better be.
Yeah, you like the Suburban, right, Walt? You have one.
And once you go Suburban, you'll never go back.
Yeah, I like it. It's big. It's very, very spacious.
What else can you put inside a sheet of plywood?
Yeah, it's the big part of it is awesome. You know what's pissing me off about it as a rental? So I had to take the 4Runner to be assessed, and then they're going to do work on it. And so I'm signing off the rental stuff for the Suburban, and they're like, "Yeah, you can." You know how they make you walk around, make sure there's no dents or scratches and stuff. So they're doing all that, and then they're like, "Yeah, you can't. You also can't smoke in this thing." So I open it up, cigarette smoke. You could smell it. I hate a rental car.
You should have said something. You should have been like, "This already been smoked in."
That's what I said. I was like, "What the hell? What's this crap?" And they were like, "Yeah, well, you're not allowed to smoke." I was like, "Did you tell the guy before me that he was not allowed to smoke?"
Clearly, he didn't care.
Yeah, you know. So I don't know about you guys, but I'm very sensitive to that kind of stuff. And like driving around, I got all the windows down. You know,
you had to go get your anti-smoking smell shot.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, man. You know, like you were saying about the like cigarettes thing or whatever. The smell of that is just totally annoying.
Well, that's the nicotine. It coats everything inside the vehicle.
Yeah, that's a pet peeve. That when people rent, it's the same thing. Like I'm sure you guys have been to hotel rooms, and you know you're not allowed to smoke in hotel rooms.
People do it anyways,
but you could tell.
Yeah.
The worst.
And I wonder, are they charging anyone? They always tell you if you smoke in your hotel room, we will charge you.
The worst is working out of somebody's house or in somebody's house that is a heavy smoker. We used to, back when I worked construction, we used to do remodeling at houses and whatnot. And man, when you went into one of the houses, it was like dripping nicotine. You would try to paint the walls and you'd have to paint like 4 coats just to try to cover the nicotine.
Really?
If you steam up, if you steam up the shower, like you take a shower and you leave it steamy, nicotine will just bleed from the paint and drip down. It's disgusting. Smokers' houses are really gross.
It's the tar, as I say, it's the tar and the nicotine.
Yep, and it all like bleeds from the walls. It's horrible.
Yeah.
So,
all right. Well, some more good news.
We're on a good start for a Monday. So, what did you guys do this weekend?
What'd you guys do? What'd you do half your weekend?
We worked making videos.
That's right.
And then you know what? We had the whole day. It was nice because it was overcast, so it wasn't a lot of sun. It wasn't very humid. And then at the last minute, we're trying to do a video and
starts
torrential rain. Yeah, torrential rain.
It just came down.
All my guns got wet.
Yeah. So that was. But did you guys have a good time?
Yeah.
I'm tired, baby. I'm tired.
Yeah.
Walter's tired. You're getting old, Walter.
I bet you're old. I'm getting tired.
I came home.
Those 2 shotguns I shot beat me to fuck up.
Oh God, yeah. Because we had to put high brass through it. Had to.
Oh yeah.
We were required to.
Don't talk about that yet. I'm gonna edit that video and put it out there.
Okay.
I think it's a good video. People will like it. You know what? A video I did edit. That little tiny ass dangerous gun that Walter has.
Oh yeah, that's the coolest one out there.
Do you have that? Do you have that gun there, Walter? Or is that?
Yeah, I do. Hang on a second.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah. That even started rusting.
It started rusting. Oh my god!
The little screws that hold the frame together, they started getting little rust on them. I had to hose it down with some.
Oh wow!
Chemicals. Let me get that thing.
Yeah, this is what was it? It was is it the Liberator from Stinger manufacturer?
Oh god, that little thing. Ooh, yeah. No, it's not the Liberator. Liberator is a pistol that they dropped in World War II. It's the
wait. What was that thing called?
When Walter gets back, he'll tell us. I can't remember.
It was this. I thought it was the Stinger Liberator. No,
I don't think so.
Hold on. Let me look this up.
I'm watching a video of a bar fight out of Daytona from today. No, from last week. It's like, oh, that's funny.
I'm sure there was a bar fight in Daytona 100 times yesterday.
Probably.
Yeah.
But this one's on video, and people got arrested. It's called the
Liberator, right, Walter? That thing's called the Liberator?
No.
I'm pretty sure it's called the Liberator.
Okay, it might have been to that company.
How much do you want to bet?
It probably is. I got to go. I just made a discovery. I'll tell you what it is when I come back in a second.
Yes, it's the Liberator.
Okay, I'll be back in a second.
Yeah. It's the here. I'll send you an article right now, babyface.
Single shot.
Let me see. I'm trying to find the video from the. Let me see. Yeah, I believe it's called. Did Walter show it?
In the video, he did. I don't know if he showed the name.
No, it's not on the gun. I thought Walter just showed the gun.
It's on the gun. It's written across the top.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a Liberator. Liberator. You can look that up. Let me know when you figure it out.
Stinger pin gun. Yeah, so they were the ones that made the pin gun, the Stinger pin gun.
Yeah, Michael Bender says Hank is correct. The Liberator.
No.
You know, every gun company, probably every gun company at some point.
Yeah, here it is. 2 rare Stinger manufacturing Liberator 9mm pistols.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they are garbage. They function exactly like you would expect them to function when you look at it.
Yeah.
They're just
so
it's like they had their child in middle school, in elementary school, like, draw what you think a gun should look like. And they drew that. And they're like, all right, let's make a gun out of it.
Yeah. So dudes from the Stone Age could make a cooler design, a better looking. Yeah. But it's cool. Listen, I don't want to say it's not cool. It is cool because, we shot it. It worked.
It's different. It's finally something different.
Yeah.
I think we're tired of the same old, same old.
Yeah, Wolfman Prepper says they are garbage but cool. Did you shoot it, babyface?
No, I didn't.
Look at you. You refused.
I like my hands right where they are.
Go ahead, Walter. So there he goes. It is basically like a lighter gun.
Yeah.
Looks like it's a cigarette lighter or something like that. Yeah, very simple.
Yeah, it's just a box with threads. Or not threads, with rifling and the chamber, a 9mm chamber. That's it.
Yeah.
Simple mechanism. You gotta cock the hammer yourself. Like it's a weird thing.
Yeah. It's cool though, Walt. It's cool.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I would
put one in my collection. I probably would only shoot it once.
Well, we did, didn't we?
Maybe twice. Yeah, I think we put like 3-4 rounds through it.
I shot a couple times, and then somebody else shot it.
Yeah, you guys, that's right now up on Patreon. So anyone who's supporting us on Patreon, you can find it there. If you want to support, if you want to go over to Gunstreamer, it's also there. If you support us through Contributus, that I would prefer that. But we're doing both right now. Although we're losing a lot of support on Patreon. I think a lot of people are leaving Patreon or.
Doesn't surprise me.
On there. Yeah, the numbers are going down there. So if anyone's looking for a place to support us that's pro-gun, go over to Gunstreamer. They have something called Contributus, and that's the thing. And one of the things that I'm doing is all the videos that YouTube is banning, I'm going to put them in a playlist on Gunstreamer, and you guys will be able to see all the banned videos over there. The only thing I'm going to do is ask folks out there to support us with like $3 a month or something like that, because you got to help us make more videos and all that stuff here.
Yes, Michael Bender, that's not the Liberator from World War II.
No, different pistol.
Yeah.
I actually have the reproduction of that.
Ooh, where is it, Walter? The World War II?
You would ask me where it is.
In the back of the safe, guaranteed.
Yes, take everything out of the safe, put it back in the safe, take everything out again, and then you will find it.
Right now, I don't know where it's at. So
okay, all right.
So on lighter news, did you guys see I just saw this picture here. 2018 Division I FCS national champions went to the White House yesterday.
What's FCS? What does that mean?
No idea. Football of some kind. But the big story is they were served Chick-fil-A and Big Macs, and it looks delicious.
Wait, hold on. They served them what?
Chick-fil-A and McDonald's.
Oh, okay. Chick-fil-A, awesome.
Oh yeah, Chick-fil-A. I could have some.
That's pretty good. No kidding. Yeah.
That's cool. Of course it is.
Yeah, that's way better than the McDonald's from last time.
And it's cool. They put the Chick-fil-A fries, or this one it looks like they put McDonald's fries in like an official White House cup. Like they have like serving cups. Has like the presidential seal. It's pretty cool.
Oh, I would freaking like
I would love that.
I would somehow laminate that. I don't know.
Fries in a presidential cup.
Fast food at the White House again. What's wrong with that?
I don't think it's a problem at all.
Yeah. Chick-fil-A is good food. It's good food.
There you go. Yeah. I'm linking the image.
Oh, you sent putting up the image here. So was that like a soccer team or
I think it's football. NCS Division 1 FCS national champions.
Oh wow, yeah.
Good for them.
Yeah, that's good.
I don't know what FCS.
Oh, they were pie. Was that pizza? Or pie?
I see a whole bunch of food.
Yeah. A lot of food there. And is that Lincoln looking on like what has happened?
Yeah, he's like, oh, what?
On silver. I like how they have the silver trays.
Saying, where's my damn Chick-fil-A?
Yeah.
Do you see the silver trays? That's awesome.
Yeah. Oh, solid, right?
How much jail time do you have if you steal one of the White House
from the president? Probably a lot.
I take the containers home with me as a souvenir.
I assume those Big Macs are being served on solid silver. Just an assumption, though.
I'm sorry. I would just be like, and let me put the silver tray in my...
I need to take all these. There's for delivery to the van outside. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Just throw it all in and go.
Unless the Clintons stole all the silver trays. But
did they take stuff when they left?
Yes.
I heard they did.
Yes. They stole plates and stuff. Yes.
Yeah.
So good.
That's called white trash from Arkansas. That's what sorry.
Yeah. Don't insult people from Arkansas.
Okay. White trash comes from everywhere. Okay. But they just have to be from, or he happens to be from
Yeah.
Viral
one of my good buddies is from Arkansas.
Nothing against the Arkansanians, you know. I mean, but
yeah. No. You know Roy from Barnauls? I don't know if you guys have ever seen him in my videos. He's from Arkansas.
Okay.
But he would probably agree with you.
Well, you know, every state's got the white trash, you know, so.
Yeah. Well, you know, it takes, you got to have the different flavors, man. That's how you appreciate.
I learned about those kind of folk early on. I remember before we moved to Florida, my dad and my parents owned a house that got rented to people, you know, like a rental property. Mm-hmm. And some of these people just live like pigs.
Oh, it's disgusting. I don't understand it.
What?
I remember that.
How people live like that.
I remember that from being 6 years old, you know, seeing how these people were trashing the place and everything. It's like, you know what?
That would never be my house.
Yeah. So let's see here. I'm trying to see what other stuff went down over the weekend. Anyway, listen, that that Stinger 9mm Liberator, that video, it's up on Patreon and it's also
it was actually, you know what? I had read something or heard something that was like really bad to shoot it. And I'm like, I shot it and I was like, okay, it's not super fun, pleasant, but it's not really bad. And
it does sting. It does sting the hands.
But in the pistol world, it's pretty tame compared to some other stuff I've shot. So
no, the technology has come a long way though since then. So
this thing is made to be primitive. I mean, it's just
As of today, Kentucky constitutional carry bill now on Governor Matt Bevin's desk.
Sign in, Matt Bevin. Sign in.
I hope he does.
He came to the machine gun shoot when he was running for office in Kentucky. Yeah,
I would love for him to sign that. That'd be great.
Yeah,
it's funny how it's so funny. I find it so strange that some of these states are going, no permit carry and everything, and some of these other states are just going like fucking.
You can never have a permit.
Well, at least we know the states we can move to. Although I think we all need to stay in our states and fight if we can.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know, but we it's good to see that there's some states out like that out there, man. Would you ever live in Kentucky, you guys? Would you live in Kentucky?
Yeah, I like Kentucky.
Yeah, I like
North Carolina is still my state of choice, though.
North Carolina, North Kakalaka.
Yep, that's right.
Yeah, but you like the mountains. You're a mountain boy.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah, You almost. I sometimes picture that when you were born with the frickin' Hobbit feet.
I still got the Hobbit feet. They're still hairy. Got them Hobbit toes.
I think you have to go to the mountains. Like, what is it? Like every 2 months or something?
I like to go a couple times a year.
Yeah,
that's my. What's it that Walter goes to?
Top Creek?
Oh no. Hooters.
Hooters. No.
Hooters.
Louisiana. That's my Louisiana.
Okay. All right.
Well, I don't go to Louisiana for the same kind you go to North Carolina for. I can tell you that right now.
Hookers and cocaine.
It's not the beignets. It's the
beignets. That's what they call them up there.
Cocaine-laced beignets.
Yeah, that's what they call them down there. The beignet. Winky face.
You get a bag of cocaine with your beignets.
Yeah.
Kentucky's cool. We need to get like a map of these good states. But that comes right back to the thing I was going to talk about. The whole headline of what we're going to talk about here is which we hit it a little bit, but the sanctuary cities. It's pretty ridiculous that this has to happen. But I am glad that there's sheriffs departments and other people, mayors, etc., standing up for the Second Amendment. What do you guys think about that?
Yeah.
Well, they don't. A lot of them, most of them, swear to uphold the Constitution.
Yeah, exactly.
Or something similar to that, if I'm not mistaken. Like most of these leftist politicians do too.
Yeah. So this is from Reuters. The headline is "Defiant U.S. Sheriffs Push Gun Sanctuaries, Imitating Liberals on Immigration." A rapidly growing number of counties in at least 4 states are declaring themselves Second Amendment sanctuaries, refusing to enforce gun control laws that they consider to be infringements on the U.S. constitutional right to keep and bear arms. Amen, brother. Pass the plate of ammo. Organizers of the pro-gun sanctuaries admit they took the idea from liberals who have created immigration sanctuaries across the United States, where local officials defy the Trump administration's efforts to enforce tougher immigration laws.
Which is illegal, by the way.
Yeah, now local conservatives are rebelling against majority Democratic rule in the states. Elected sheriffs and county commissioners say they might allow some people deemed to be threats on the red flag laws to keep their firearms. In states where the legal age for gun ownership is raised to 21, authorities in some jurisdictions could refuse to confiscate guns from 18 to 20-year-olds. I mean, that's just like you're an adult. Yeah, you're 18. You can vote. You can go in the army and die for your country.
Yep.
And they're gonna take. Not only are they gonna say you can't have the guns, they're gonna make laws saying they're gonna take them from you if you're there.
Remember the thought of our local politician here was, because when I asked, well, if we already have the drinking age at 21, which you should come down. You're an adult at 18. Why can't you do other things? He's like, well, the new research coming out that you're not really an adult until 24. So it's like, so you want to bump everything. Yeah. You want to bump everything up.
Try it. If you think you could do that, go ahead and try it. I think you become an adult around like 16 or probably even younger, depending on who you are. No. Yeah, I think so.
Or you think rationally and act like.
Yeah, I mean, listen, like I know as time has gone on, there's some people that aren't grown up, but but if you think back in the days, that was adult, 16.
Well, back in the days, you also were pumping out babies at 13. Okay,
yeah.
All right, and died by the time you're 30.
Yeah,
so party on, Garth. Yeah. Party on, Wayne.
Yeah. I think when you start smelling yourself, you're an adult. That should be the.
I thought that's what your mom said.
Yeah, that's the rule. When the hormones kick in, you're an adult. Boop, kick you out right now. At that point, Scamp 900 said, "Why haven't any Florida sheriffs done this?"
Because they're too close.
I don't think it's public. Like, I know my sheriff is not going to be down with all this crap.
Could you imagine Sadie Darnell? She's a liberal.
That's your sheriff, yeah.
She's a liberal piece of shit. Could you imagine her? Can you imagine her getting down with the right? No way.
Getting down with the
business. I know my
she gets down with the business. I can tell you that. My sheriff
is a conservative. He's a constitutional guy. He believes in the Second Amendment and all that. He's not taking anything from people, unless you're a criminal and all that kind of stuff. They're not.
Darnell, she would take it as soon as you got the opportunity.
Yeah. Yeah. So John Dieter says, "Mommy says I'm old enough to stay up past 8 p.m. now."
Good. You only got if before you only had 19 more minutes, but now you can stay an extra hour.
Do you remember when we were talking to that local? What's the name of that guy? That local representative here.
Keith Perry.
Keith Perry. Keith. When we asked him about this age thing, he says he does not think they should even be able to vote until they're 21.
Yep. That's what he was like. Everything should be raised to 21. I was like, no. Everything should come back down to 18. That's you're a constitutional adult. You're an adult in the eyes of the government.
If that's the case, then you don't go to big boy jail till you're 22.
You don't go to big boy jail. You can't be in the military until 21. Could you imagine how the military would suffer if they decided? Because most of the tards that go in, not to say military people are tards, but when you're young and dumb and have no future ahead of you, you're like, this sounds like a great idea. They'll train me. I can make some money.
I get to eat for nothing.
They house me. Like, this sounds great. But by the time you're 21, things look a whole lot different to you. You're like, fuck, I'm not going to go risk my life. That's stupid.
Hey, what happens when, what happens when these protected little sunflowers get into the military and they get vaccinated?
Oh God, no! Don't go back.
My God.
We're not going back.
You just want to start that.
That's what happens. They line you up and they go. Boom, boom.
Walter just wants to start that. Cracklot says the average age of enlistment was 22. Yeah, I don't know. We should probably look that up.
The military does not want that.
No. But here's what I'll tell you. Like my kids, so they're both in college now and they're 18 over that. They can't tell me about their medical stuff anymore. So when I'm like, what's up with that? Well, because they're adults. So they have to sign stuff.
Oh yeah.
For me to hear about that. So I was like, take your ass over there and sign that thing.
Yep.
Because I'm going to know.
I need to know.
If I'm paying for your medical shit, I'm going to know about it.
Yeah.
I know I've heard, these are stories that I've heard, that there are kids in college that are using their parents' medical coverage to go to transition. And by transition, I don't mean go from one grade to another. I mean go from one gender to another. Well, and they're transitioning, and their parents are paying for stuff and don't even know.
Well,
because they don't. It happens.
Someone's got to pay the.
Yes, the bill has to get paid, but the parent is not allowed to know unless the kid says, "Okay, my parents could know."
When
you think I'm making it up?
I got normal children. They don't want to be.
Yeah. So can you just imagine, like, you're a parent, you send your kid off. Let's say you're like in New York or something, and you send your kid off to college. So they go to college in California. Yeah, and you keep seeing these medical bills. You're like, what the hell's going on?
Hey, Johnny, why is your fingernails so long? Oh, I don't know about
But you are seeing these bills, and you're like, what the hell? Did he get a serious case of mono?
Then all you do is you find out where it's being done, and you find it out. It's not a mystery.
There's these laws, Walter, called HIPAA laws.
Who's paying the fucking bill?
You have to pay the bill.
You get a statement what treatment's being done. They don't have to have anybody's name on it.
Okay.
I guarantee you, if I got a bill for $10,000,
you get a big bill, you got to find out what it's for.
You got to find out what it is, one way or another, and it's going to be, if that's like ringing around the neck. Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah. Can you just imagine that? I would be like, okay.
I guess you're walking from.
What happens if I don't pay this? Do they come and repo that shit?
Johnny, you better get yourself a cardboard box, Johnny, because you're gonna be living in that mofo.
Yeah. Paul K says, "Who pays the co-pays?"
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah. But so here's my solution to that. My kids, you need to sign that piece of paper that allows me to know. Boom. There you go. When you're a grown ass man and I don't need to know anything about you.
Yeah,
all you got to do is call me.
If you want to get that circumcision, go ahead. Get it.
Yeah. All you got to do is just call me. But I'm evil. I refuse to let my son pierce his ears and stuff like that.
Well, that's monkey. Well, anyway.
Yeah, that's nonsense. You can go ahead and say it. So
that's Ain't no need for that.
Yeah. So. Yeah, when you're on your own, you could do whatever you want to do.
You want to pay for it, go do it. Yeah, sure.
You can get tattoos and stuff like that. Do you guys have any piercings, babyface?
Oh yeah, all over.
Yeah,
you just never seen them.
No, thank God, I don't want to see him. If I haven't seen him now, please spare me. Don't ever show me. What about you, Walt? Did you ever? Because I know you were kind of like with it in the 70s, 60s, 70s.
No, why would I want to get something? No.
Oh, okay. I'm still waiting for Peggy to show us that picture of you with the big gold chain. And
I have no holes in my body that weren't there when I came out of the womb. Let's say that.
Well, I got plenty of scars, but nothing deliberate. Yeah. I think the scars tell a better story, but that's just me.
Oh, I got plenty of those. What?
Yeah. All right. So what else is going on in the world here besides?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Right. So anyway, sanctuary cities. It's a shame that we have to do that, but
cycle right now.
They're getting.
Unfortunately, we'll survive it, I think. But
nice clock, Fody. The picture of Michigan City Police Department, not confiscating, but doing, I guess, a gun buyback. Pictures of all the crap that people decided to bring in for their gun buyback. One of them is Jimenez 22, those like stainless steel, or they're probably not even that, nickel plated shit 22s. And one person said if the police gave $25 for that, they are the ones who got robbed. Yeah, all the guns that people brought in for money are all like shit tier.
Well, hello.
Which is amazing.
Yeah. So you know what? People always talk about Florida doing and there is always craziness going on in Florida, right? There's actually locally here, was it Buchholz or what was the high school where there was a game going on and these kids were up on the roof making a music video and one of them fell through?
Oh God, I didn't see
that.
No.
Yeah.
I didn't see that, no.
Yeah. So there's always some craziness going on in Florida, right? Like they had to go with a SWAT team to arrest the mayor and
that was last week.
Thing.
And he had a shootout.
Yeah. So this is kind of embarrassing to me because we all live in Florida. So we've got to come up with like horrible news from New York. So I'm trying. Yeah, I'm just trying. Yeah. So here, De Blasio. So I didn't realize that this was like a serious thing. I put this up. So this is in the New York Post.
The co-mayor thing?
Yeah. De Blasio and co-mayor wife have wasted $1.8 billion of taxpayer. Are they serious with this? His wife is seriously the co-mayor?
But
I read through the. It seems like she has some kind of organization.
You can't.
Yeah, she has some kind of like organization that she's running, and they've been sending money over to it, and they can't figure out what this money is going to.
What do you think it's going to?
$1 billion, $1.6 billion.
Did you hear about the former minister of finance from Venezuela? Also, same kind of racket. When he was in charge over there, all he did was put money in his pocket. Billions of dollars.
Who would have guessed that would have happened in a socialist utopia?
He was a bodyguard for the other guy, the
Maduro,
the guy before him.
Yeah, fuck.
And actually, it was saved him in one of those assassination attempts, unfortunately. So he got put into the thing of minister of money, I guess, and pocketed billions. But now the feds got him in the big house. So
good.
Yeah.
What's Walter's favorite saying? String him up.
Well, it gets to a point
that and monkey business.
Monkey business and string him up.
Too much monkey business. Leads to one thing.
Yeah. Hang him high.
Look at those people over there suffering because of this stuff.
Yeah. Well, New York City, man, is completely different from Venezuela in that it's worse. But because they create an organization. They funnel all this money into it, and I'm sure they have like all their different people collecting the money, getting the money for stuff, and
payoffs.
Very interesting. Yeah, very interesting. The Pants asked me if Hank, have you ever met Florida Man? Who's Florida Man?
Florida Man.
Why are you laughing?
Because I don't think that's a single person per se. I think it's a group of dumb people.
Of Floridians, who any one of us could fall into that category at any given time.
Or as I used to, as a joke, a full-blooded tampon.
That's good. Have you seen that they're having arguments right now in the city council, Tampa City Council, about what the official name of a Tampa living person should be?
A Tampanian. Tampon.
Well, this is how they're wasting taxpayer dollars down there. They're trying to say, like, one person's like, oh, no, I grew up in Tampa and we called them this. And this another person's like, no. When I grew up, we called them this. That's how they're wasting your taxpayer dollars currently.
But what is it? What is it supposed to be? You're from
Tampa. Always called it a Tampanian.
Tampanian?
Yeah.
I grew up in Tampa and we didn't call anybody anything.
Yeah, it just doesn't matter.
What about Tampanese?
Tampanese. That sounds like a sub-Saharan African.
Or something. You know,
Tampanite.
Tampanite. I like that. That's all right.
I like tampon. A tampon.
Full-blooded. The joke was a full-blooded tampon.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Did you see Cortez, Ilhan Omar, Nancy Pelosi are on the cover of Rolling Stone? A couple days ago.
Anybody looks at Rolling Stone nowadays?
Yeah. I'm. Yep.
Rolling Stone is full of shit.
They're the
reporters from Rolling Stone and all that. They're all full of shit.
For anybody that doesn't remember, they're the ones that propagated the hoax of the mattress girl. They pushed the mattress girl.
The rape at the rape,
which was
college.
Completely fake. Yeah.
Yep.
By the way, 904 Outdoors is in the chat. He says, "Hey guys, long time no see." Laugh out loud. Yeah. So yeah, you know what? Rolling Stone, I remember the last time I saw them, they were interviewing a bunch of, I don't know whatever happened to those interviews, but they were interviewing some gun guys that I was hanging out with. And the reporter was like, oh, New York City is really safe. And I was like,
did somebody just laugh in their face? And like,
yeah, I was like, what New York
City
are you living in?
Yeah.
Do you even read the news? You're a reporter. Oh, no, I feel very safe. I was like, okay, you probably feel safe, but New York City itself is not a safe place. And there's lots of people that I know that live in New York City and they don't feel safe. So
there are places that are safer than others, but in general, probably not. Yeah.
Yeah.
But hey, you know.
Yeah, that's how it goes. So Rolling Stone is full of it.
Yeah.
They're not
legitimate news source any longer.
Right.
If they ever were, I don't know. I mean, Rolling Stone, wasn't it a music magazine?
Yeah, right, basically, yes.
Pretty much.
So yeah, they've never been a legitimate source of news. Yeah.
What is this thing? OxyContin maker Purdue weighs bankruptcy as it battles overdose suits.
Oh, so I guess people who are overdosing are suing. Purdue.
Yeah, I
play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
Let me tell you. You know what? When someone makes a song called what is it called? Oxy Percocet. What was that song?
Molly Percocet.
Molly Percocet. Yeah, Molly Percocet. Oh. That's a bad sign. You know, I remember when the rappers was like, oh, you know, they might smoke weed. Okay, fine.
Oh,
but you never see a rapper rapping about like
basically heroin.
Smoke some crack.
Yep.
They said crack is whack, you know.
Yeah, that's not something to be proud of.
Yeah, nowadays rappers actually talk about this crap. So
I mean, the oxy thing is bad, but you got to remember one thing: somebody sticks it in their mouth.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, okay, you're gonna say, well, they get addicted. Okay, well, I know, and it's a vicious cycle. You know, the stuff keeps coming, and they keep shoving it in their mouth, and
there are some people that I feel for that have had legitimate illnesses that have taken pain pills and they've gotten hooked on them. I feel for those people. But there are those out there that it's
abuse it.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
And some people just have abusive personalities. And
100%.
That's not a personality. That's a genetic thing.
Yeah, it's a genetic defect.
A genetic thing that people are more. They have a higher likelihood of becoming addicted to things like that. Whether it's video games or it's alcohol or whatever, they just.
Yeah, lots of us. I have an addictive personality. I'm addicted to guns.
I really do too.
Yeah.
I will definitely admit that I have a obsessive personality for some things. And Hank can attest to it. Like if I'm on a roll of researching something, like what I want to buy, something I want to, I can read article after article, and it will be 3:00 in the morning, and I'm like, okay, just one more.
Also text the shit out of some of those articles.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's pretty bad. So at least I never got into drugs.
Yeah. I think lots of people know that, right? Like there's some obsessions that I don't know if I should say healthy, but that aren't as destructive.
Yeah.
Right, Walt? What are you chomping down on over there?
Oh, pizza? Is it pizza?
Cookie.
Chip cookie.
Where's the cookies for the rest of us?
2 hours north. No, excuse me, 2 hours south.
You should just say, guess what? I'll chew, you swallow. Wolfwind Prepper says addictive personalities are also more likely to have leadership traits.
Yeah, so there are good things that come from it, but there are also
you can't lead
terrible things.
You can't lead things when you're
well, I mean, addictive personality does not necessarily mean that you're a crack addict.
Yeah. And Tyven Shill, speaking of crack addicts, Tyven Shill says, okay, I'm just kidding. Tyven is going to hit me for that one. I can see my phone is about to chime.
Yeah, you're going to get a text.
Tyven Shill, Tyven, that was not planned. Tyven Shill says, wait a second here. Video games are not addictive. What?
God, bullshit.
Oh, God.
Some people live their lives through that stuff.
Mm-hmm. There's a guy in Japan that died, or was it South Korea that died playing World of Warcraft. He sat for let me see, World of Warcraft death. Not Death Knight. I don't want an ability guide.
I know that your heart rate and all those things become elevated, and there's definitely things connected to it.
Tyven needs more dopamine.
Yeah, dopamine. Yeah, Red Bear. Tyven does not need any extra stimulation.
Blizzard's World of Warcraft MMORPG is known for being highly addictive. A 26-year-old man from China named Zhang was extremely addicted. He had gained over 320 pounds and had become extremely unhealthy. He had time off during the Lunar New Year holiday and decided to use his time to play his favorite MMO as much as possible. He played WoW for 7 days straight.
What does MMO mean?
Massive multiplayer online.
Okay.
MMORPG is massive multiplayer online role-playing game.
Okay.
Played for 7 days straight. He was found twitching and slumping over his computer screen. Paramedics tried to revive him, but it was too late. He passed away from heart failure. 7 days without getting up. Ugh. So that sounds like hell to me.
Yeah, what was he doing?
Playing WoW.
He never went to the bathroom?
Maybe
right there.
It was something from like Idiocracy. He was just sitting on the
seriously.
toilet.
No, it seriously seems like something like that. Don't bother me. I'm baiting.
That's like gambling.
Yeah.
I'll win it. I'll beat it. I'll win it. I'll get it.
So, yeah. Sam Gal says that sounds like a South Park episode.
Seriously,
he sat for 3 days and died. No food. Play Warcraft.
That's like the Warcraft episode of South Park is like one of the best ones.
Yeah.
Simpson roller.
Yeah, sitting on a huge pile of shit.
Yeah, that. Listen, you got to get out in the real world and do stuff.
God, yeah. Oh God,
just you can't just play the games or do anything like that.
Catheter.
Yeah, you can't. You can't just like stay home and play the video games or do anything or watch YouTube or.
Nope.
You got to try to get out, or even if you can't get out, just turn it off.
See, this is what you do right here. You get a standing desk. Oh, they stretch out. Much better.
You bastard.
The Greater Oz says Red Dead Redemption 2 is super addictive. I want to pick that up so bad. I want it to come to PC, and I don't want to play it on PlayStation.
Oh, okay.
Nobody here is going to understand or care.
Yeah, we're gonna play some video games. We'll get into playing some video games here at some point.
Say that.
Yeah, we should.
I'll bring the PlayStation 4 over.
Yeah, we need to do it. We'll make it happen. We'll make it happen.
Don't forget, put the 450 SOCOM in the car before you leave tonight, and then come on over and we'll build.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna show that here in a second. Lola wants me to remind everyone out there that Gun Prime is like sponsoring us this month because they want us to talk about this deal with Walther. I'm going to throw up this link right here. Throw up some links.
Walther, not Walter.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
And if you guys actually go to Gun Prime's page, if you just go look at Gun Prime, there's actually a big advertising on there that says, you know, the hold on, I'm gonna show it to you. Love it or your money back. The most powerful gun deal on the planet. Walther, hashtag shoot it, love it, buy it. Right. And so Gun Prime's got a bunch of Walthers in there that if you click on that link, you can go through here. I'll send you and Patrick a link so you guys can look.
I wonder how many they're gonna get back.
That's interesting. Yeah.
Because you know how some folks are. There's people, I've seen it, that'll buy a pool, set it up in their yard, use it in the summertime, and take it back to Costco at the end of the summer.
Mm-hmm.
And are you saying that's a crime, Walter? Does it make you ghetto if you've ever done that?
Oh, God. I've just done it.
I'm going to keep my mouth shut. It's worse than ghetto.
I've never done the pool thing. I've never done the pool thing, but I've been known to buy a camera and return it. For the sake of making a music video or two.
During Super Bowl, TVs, like after Super Bowl, TVs and grills have been known to go back. Not from us, but I've heard of people returning a used grill.
Well, see, like Costco, they won't take TVs back.
Good for them. That's smart.
Costco
they'll get a big screen TV and bring it back after.
Wait, hold on. Your Costco does not take back TVs?
They have a thing about they won't. I don't think they'll take it back around Super Bowl time.
That makes sense.
Around Super Bowl time, but not in general.
It's like not adopting black cats during October or whatever.
I guess. I don't.
Okay.
Because there are places that do that. I don't know if you know that. They won't adopt out black cats during October in case people are going to sacrifice them.
It's trying out Walter. Wait a minute. I missed that one.
What's up? It's trying out Walter. There you go.
Yeah, I think someone says there's a problem with that link. So let me just ask Lola to go and find maybe the link that I have. There's some kind of problem going on with it. Try this one. Let me see if that one.
The link you put on our thing and it worked.
Yeah, that's a link that goes right to Gun Prime. You guys try that one out if that other link isn't working.
Look at the PPQ Q5 match, 5-inch, 15+1. I bet that thing's fun to shoot.
Yeah. Anyone out there have Walther gun? You know what? Listen, I think we're trying to get someone from Walther to come on.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, because the only I've shot some Walther. Actually, my friend Mark, he's got quite a few. There's guys out there that like Walthers for competition shooting and stuff like that.
I have P38 Walther.
Yeah.
P38.
Okay. A little bit of a different bird there.
Yeah. I don't have any modern Walther stuff. No.
And you used to have a bullpup 22, but you don't have it anymore.
Right. Excuse me. Pardon. I passed that on to Captain Bullpup there.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you, sons. Very much appreciated. Oh. Yeah.
I give that to Stranger Song.
No, I do. Actually, it's pretty. We got to do a video on that.
You know what? And he fixed it because when I had the damn thing, it was a prissy little bitch. It wouldn't shoot only certain kinds of ammo. I give it to Stranger Song, and it worked fine now.
Yeah, I didn't do anything.
I know.
So
I just like you better than me.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. So you saying that your that gun was reverse racist on you? Or
I got nothing to do with no racist shit. That German likes you better than like the German. So hey.
Oh, I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, just some gun, just bullpups. No, I'm not gonna say bullpups love me.
Captain Bullpup, you'll get it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say the bullpups love me because there's some bullpups that don't work. We all know this. But we're going to do a video on that amongst all the other videos that we have to do.
Yeah.
I forgot how many videos we even shot over this thing. Okay, let's see what guns are on here. So there's a PPQ M2 9mm 4-inch black 15 round. It's $439. It's usually $499. But you know, all of these guns you'll be able to do this. Shoot it, love it, buy it deal. So and there's a ton of them.
Buy it. Shoot it, love it.
No, you could
shoot it and love it before you buy it.
Yeah, you do. You do.
Yeah, that's what it is. Wait. Try before you buy. Walther's doing it. Try before you buy now.
Yeah.
So you don't have to pay for it?
No. In some cases, they'll send you what they'll do is what you'll do is your card will be pre-charged or whatever. I guess they'll put a little hold, but they won't actually charge it. Like when you go to rent a car, and then you have 30 days. And if you don't like it, you can send it back, and then they'll remove that, right? And if you don't send it back, then they'll charge you.
They don't hear from you. Bingo.
Yeah. Kathleen Music Lover says bullpups are bull ... What do you guys think? What do you think that bull ... means?
Cha cha cha.
Bull awesomeness.
Cha cha cha.
Bull sucky.
Bull cocky. In other words, bullshit.
Yeah, Kathleen doesn't like the bull pups. So we can convert you, Kathleen. We can convert you. Yes, come on over.
We have chocolate chip cookies.
Yeah, so this looks like there's the Walther PPQ Q5, which I think Patrick Roberts was talking about that, right? The Q5.
That's the one I was just saying looks cool.
Yeah, so
they have the steel frame version and the I guess plastic frame version.
Nice. Yeah. So listen, I think there's some things that are interesting in there. I'm trying to get someone from Walther to come on the show, so we'll see.
That'd be cool.
If we make that happen, we'll have them come on. But you guys take a look at it. If anyone out there is ever interested in getting a Walther, here's an opportunity that you can test drive it, so to speak. And of course, Gun Prime is supporting the channel this month to help get the word out about that. That's why we're talking about it. So
of course, the ones I want are going to be the most expensive ones on the show.
Oh yeah.
That's how I look. That's how I look for stuff. Don't you look for stuff?
I goes right to the 45.
Don't you look for stuff by let me go most expensive first. First I see what I can't have and then I work my way down. That's the way to do it. Okay. Much like when I was in high school, how I went after the ladies. You start at the top and just work your way down. It's all by the numbers. I know. You know what?
Shotgun effect.
Yeah, speaking of that, I forgot to tell you guys this. On a dark, dreary day 20 years ago, a miserable, skeletonized Hank Strange and a very pregnant Lola Strange actually got married.
Today's your wedding anniversary?
Yeah.
Congrats.
Absolutely.
How on earth did she put up with you for so long?
I don't know. We've known each other for 23 years, but we've been married 20 years.
Wow. Oh, so it's a big 2-0, which is what?
Traditionally, it's China. But I tried to buy the whole country of China, and
they said your credit's not good enough.
Yeah. So
they said, no long time for you, Hank Strange.
So I tried. So that's the traditional one. I think the more modern thing is platinum. I want to say.
Oh, that's not bad either.
That's expensive.
Yeah, very expensive.
As long as it's not like an account.
I will owe Lola 10 years from now her anniversary present from today.
Yep.
How does that work?
Traditional 20th century is China. Platinum is contemporary and modern.
Yes. And thank you for everyone who's shouting out congrats. If you all tell Lola happy anniversary, that will be my present to you, Lola.
China.
I got. Do I have China around? What's that wrong?
Oh yeah, you got some fine China somewhere.
Lola,
there you go.
I'll give you this cup right here.
Fine China.
Made in China.
This China. Fine China.
Yeah. Fine China.
Says it so on the bottom.
Yeah.
There you go.
Boom.
Yeah. I was watching the Grand Tour, which is one of my favorite shows. And I saw that they were, I think a couple of weeks ago, they were in the biggest city in the world is in China. It's called Chongqing, China.
Chongqing?
Look that up, babyface. See if I'm lying, if I'm wrong. That's what they said.
Biggest city with population? Or I thought Shanghai was like one of the biggest.
Biggest city in the world. Number 1 is Tokyo, Yokohama, Delhi, Jakarta, Manila, Seoul, South Korea, Shanghai, China, Mumbai.
Oh, no Chongqing. Look up Chongqing, China.
Chongqing.
Yeah. I never heard of it.
Is that like Chongqing?
Chongqing, it's CHONGQING. Population of 30 million people. It's a pretty big city.
Yeah, New York City don't have no 30 millions.
Oh man, no. How big is New York City?
I don't know. I'm gonna say it's less than 12 million, probably.
You think so?
When I lived there, it was like 6 million, maybe.
8.623, so 8.5 million. So this is 30 million, 5 times, and they 5 times the size of New York.
They all work at iPhone plant.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, that's a hell of a. Could you imagine living in a city that big?
No.
What is the
Michael Bender says Hank Strange, a man digging his own grave, trying to give people's congrats as a gift. Here, you know what the gift was I gave Lola? She went to work and first of all left me stuff to do. I had to like take the car and do all that stuff, but left her phone. So I was awesome enough to get her phone and bring it to her at work. So, I mean, I think that's a pretty awesome gift. No? Crickets? Nobody out there agrees with me? You guys don't think that's awesome? No?
I'm not saying anything.
All right.
Dead air. We had some dead air there for a second.
Yeah. No, it was pretty nice. Actually, I try to sneak in. I try to go and just like sneak in, leave the phone there without her seeing me. Yeah. And then someone tells her that I was there. Yeah. And she came after me. I was trying to get out real quick. So I carry my revolver and single action says, Hank, how do you heat up a boiled egg? And then Boss Hog says, not enough. Not enough. And Len Holt says, one day they will make a movie out of that. God. Yes. Damn, Hank, pony up. So there you go.
Ivan says 30 million in that city and no public bathrooms.
It was actually a pretty, you know what? It was a pretty new.
You don't need public bathrooms. You got holes in the ground.
You should look at that episode of Grand Tour. I think it was actually pretty good. So
holes in hands. It's all you need in India and China.
Not to spoil it, but what were they doing in this Chinese city? Were they?
There was a lot of buildings. They went to so they were driving cars, like they drove a Chinese luxury car that was, it looked like a villain, like a Bond villain car. It was so crazy. And
did they have any Buicks?
Did they have?
Buicks,
oh no, so China has a lot of American cars, yes, especially Buicks, but all of the cars from all around the world are more expensive.
Of course, because they control the market.
Yeah. And they did something like they said, they did a stat, like, because you have to get a permit in China to buy a car. And I think they did the stat and they said out of every 1,000 people that apply to get a car, only like 1 or 3, some low number like that, get the permit to buy the car. But there were a lot of cars.
Communism for you.
Yeah, they went to this like warehouse, like a Home Depot thing for doors. Like one of the richest guys there has a place where you go by doors and you drive through it in your car, and all you see is doors, and you could drive up and down the warehouse.
Weird.
Looking at, it was interesting.
Weird.
Interesting. Yeah. I like those shows because they do crazy. So you should look at that China one, Walter. I think you would.
I'll check it out. I mean, I like to see that stuff because they show you places you're not going to.
Yeah, it was very hot. It was like 115 degrees. It's like
Jesus.
Was Clarkson melting?
Yeah, I think so. I think Richard Hammond and James and Jeremy Clarkson, their cars had air conditioning. They bought like used luxury cars, and James May, his car had no air conditioning. So, but it was interesting.
I think about that. All my early cars, none of them had AC.
Really? No, these guys had Mercedes and BMW.
No, I'm talking about myself.
Oh,
all my early cars, I didn't have any AC until I met Peggy.
Oh no, you got to have AC, man.
Until I met her.
No, you can't live without AC. AC is a must in a car, especially here in Florida.
Raining, driving with the windows open, and you know.
Yeah. AC is a must. You gotta have the AC. So, yeah. Let's see. Lots of congratulations to Lola
for putting up with.
Nobody's congratulating me. I've been pretty friggin' awesome.
You won the Olympics there. Lola settled, right?
She got pretty lucky. Yeah. I gave up some pretty good looking kids. You know, I get no credit for that, I guess. You know, all sons. And listen, Lola's only requirements were that her children be taller than her. That's easy to beat.
Sounds like it worked, yeah.
Yeah, that's easy. That's an easy one to make happen, but she got that, you know. Well, I think they're taller than me at this point.
Someone was asking if I ever did a video on the Metal State Armory AR-10, and the answer was no, I haven't.
Oh yeah, we're gonna do that.
What happened to that thing?
Well, you
broke it.
I'm just thinking. I think I actually know where it's at. You want to see it?
Yeah,
I know where it's at.
I haven't seen that in a while. Yeah, you might.
Well, Dad had that issue, and I had to send it back to him.
Oh right, yeah, but we saw it since it came back. I think, right?
I haven't shot it for, to actually see how it shoots. I got a scope on it and everything. me see. I think it's right here, actually. Walk right over here.
Yeah. Nate Luddy says, congrats, Hank, for somehow keeping Lola. Ridge Runner says, happy anniversary, Mr. and Mrs. Strange. Thank you. Lola has been hypnotized by my awesomeness. Everyone knows that. You can't see, I'm like Prince. You can't look me directly in the eyes.
Hypnotize your ass. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I thought it was, so we'll have to come back to that. Yeah, we'll have to do that. Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, here's the 450 that Babyface was talking about.
That's right.
And Gun Prime sent us a handguard here.
Yeah.
So let me see.
Who did?
I'm sorry, not Gun Prime, Gun Tech.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks good on
My bad. Yeah, Gun Tech. So there we go. Thanks to the guys from Gun Tech in Arizona for that handguard. It's coming together. We need to finish it off.
We're almost there. We're almost there.
Yeah, we need to finish that. Probably. Oh, we're missing a forward assist.
Bring it by tomorrow. We'll finish it up.
The dust cover.
Yeah. Let's not talk about it.
A couple other things, probably.
I think I might know where that gun's at now.
But we're getting close. We're getting close. That's almost done, and then we'll be shooting up this 450
Huge.
pistol.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's huge. It's huge. There's the magazine.
Oh, there it is.
So we'll get that.
There goes my.
We're catching up on the videos. There's a bunch of videos that'll be coming out for the folks out there. I'm working on a Sam Andrews, the cowboy rig video for you guys, but that's going to take me probably this whole week to finish. So I'll try to get some other things. Like we did some stuff with Walter. We did the what did you think? What did you guys think about the video comparing all the 9mm? So that video I have to edit.
Oh, it's not up yet. It was fun.
No, it's not up yet.
Turns out Walter shoots the P365 real well.
Yeah.
Just saying.
And by the way, Babyface was very concerned by the P365, but we didn't have any issues with it, right, Patrick?
Probably put 100 rounds through it with not a single hiccup.
Yeah. So I didn't shoot it because I had to do the video and everybody else was shooting stuff, but Walter shot everything. Go ahead, Walt.
So yeah, Walter's the one that gets to decide what's the best.
Yeah.
All right. Well, they were asking for the Palmetto State. Here's the Palmetto State.
Yeah. So this has a so that's a chrome barrel.
I think it's stainless actually.
Chrome? Oh, stainless barrel. Okay. Let's see what else you got on there. What size? How big is that handguard? It's like a 15.
This is actually a 16-inch barrel, so yeah, it must be something like that. Because it's not a 20-inch barrel.
Maybe a 13. Something. And then you got, is that Magpul furniture?
Yes, as a matter of fact. The back here is the buttstock. The grip is Palmetto State. Actually, it's kind of a soft feel to it. Mm-hmm. The scope mount is Aero Precision. And the scope is actually, it's a low dollar, I think it's a BSA scope.
Oh, okay.
Fixed power BSA, I think. No, it's a variable. 3 to 12. Yeah.
Yeah, we need to do some long distance shooting with that. We need to go to Aries.
Take it out the Aries, yeah.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, for anyone who's on Facebook, I even put something up on Instagram, but you can't click through the links. But if you're on Facebook, or you might even be able to look on my Twitter, you can go there. We've got a post for Aries because Aries is going through some permitting and zoning issues and stuff like that right now, and they need help. So if you folks would be so kind as to do that, go to the Facebook. We got links there. Or I'm going to get Trey to come on from Aries, but we need people to email the council members, I guess. And then he's also looking for the county commissioners, and he's looking for some folks who are here in this general North Florida area to be there. I think it's the 26th of March or something like that when they have the hearing. So that would be cool. I'm going to try to see if I could make it to that. I don't know if there's anything going on, but I'll definitely help support it, and I'll see if I can make it out there. So I think Tyvan's asking if I'm giving this gun away. It has the Hank Strange logo on it. And I'm going to say no to that. I'm going to say no. I have given away a bunch of guns with the Hank Strange logo, but not going to give this one away.
Tyvan says if he'd like me to shoot that out to a mile, let him know.
Yeah. What we are going to do, though, we were shooting the SKOs from Standard Manufacturing.
I can feel that. Oh.
Yeah, that's why Walter is in pain. Patrick, you have no paint. Oh wait, you didn't shoot it.
Which ones? The shotguns?
Yeah.
I shot it. I shot both of them.
Oh, you did? Okay, cool. Yeah. So we're gonna have that video. I've got to edit and get that video up. We're gonna give one of the guns away, and then the other one we're gonna keep here, and we're gonna do some stuff. But those guns have the old school Hank Strange logo, like that one that's up there. It has the old school logo, so we're gonna give those away. And we're going to give it away through this podcast. So whoever wins it's going to have to be here looking at the podcast. I think, don't pin me down on this, but I think Thursday we're going to have Lou from Standard Manufacturing come in on the show. And we'll talk about the guns. I don't know if I'll get the video done by then, but you know, we shot it and stuff like that. Those guns. So Standard Manufacturing says you got to shoot high. What is it? High brass?
High brass, yeah.
Yeah, at least
to break it in.
1 1/4 dram or something. For
yeah, and they're not kidding. You got to shoot high brass through it. You could shoot the cheap stuff through it. It's not really going to function that great. You got to shoot the high brass stuff, and then it works fine. So when we put out the video, you guys will see that. We talk about that, and that's a thing with all these magazine-fed shotguns, right, Walt?
A lot of them, yes. Yep, a lot of them are, unless they've been modified somehow, they don't like. Well, first, none of them like that cheap Walmart low brass birdshot stuff.
Yeah.
That's the lowest quality there is on the planet. So,
yeah.
My Benelli shoots it great.
Oh, really? Oh, you and your Benelli.
My Benelli loves it.
Yeah, but okay.
Yeah, but that Benelli's tube fed.
It is tube fed. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
tube fed, you know, can pretty much feed anything.
Yeah. I know those Catamount Furies that I bought, they didn't like anything. I'm going to have to revisit those and see if I can get those things running.
Are they semi?
What?
The Catamount Furies, they're semi-auto?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're magazine fed, aren't they?
They look like a Sega, but they're not a Sega, that kind of thing.
Yeah, and wait, don't we have some Segas we're supposed to be working on?
Yeah, yeah, they're sitting in the safe here, waiting for some parts.
Yeah, okay.
Wait for some money.
Yeah, that's it.
Yes, of course, money is very important.
Yeah.
A very important part of the situation,
the equation
of that equation going on with those. But we do have the SKOs. We did shoot them. You know, I think that they, as far as I'm concerned, they worked. What you got to remember with those things is you got to shoot the high brass versus low brass. So some guns out there, you always have to do that. Standard says that you just do it for, what is it, like a box or two? They said. For each gun, and then you should be able to run the other stuff. So we'll do long-term stuff.
They had a pretty smooth action compared to some of these AK type shotguns, which aren't very smooth in their operation. But yeah,
yeah. So we'll get that stuff out there. We'll get that to you guys coming up. And like I said, we're gonna give one away. So how can you go wrong?
No.
How can you go wrong? We just have to decide which one we're keeping. I think, are we keeping the full-size one? Or
yeah, I think that was the choice, and give away the pistol grip one.
Yeah.
To someone with a nice, strong wrist.
Yeah. So you can modify it to your your desires.
Yep. That's true.
Looking up to see what other stuff. I don't know if folks out there have any questions for us. It's Free for All Monday. We could talk about anything. What this chick Ilham Omar is always getting in trouble, but I don't really like.
What the Muslim, the one that is openly Jew?
Anti-Semitic.
America.
Anti-American.
Well, that too, yeah, that goes without saying, yeah.
Yeah.
Not surprising. That's what you get when you do that.
Yeah. And let me see more New York news. I'll throw this up there. I don't know if anyone. I kind of thought New York already did this kind of crap, but they're apparently going to do more laws in this direction. So here, I'll read this. New York legislature approves gun storage safety measure. The Democrat-controlled New York State legislature has passed legislation that requires gun owners to keep firearms in a locked cabinet or equipped with a trigger locking device if someone under 16 is in the home.
It's none of your fucking business what I do inside my house.
Nope.
Yeah.
That's my straight opinion on it. It's none of your fucking business what goes on inside of my home.
And honestly, how you store your firearms is none of their business either.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So
I think the child safe stuff is a distraction for the real issues going on here.
Yep.
It's not an issue of keeping it away from normal kids. It's from keeping it away from the fucked up kids.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And if you don't have some of those fucked up kids, beat their asses. That helps. So Assembly and Senate Republicans who voted against the measure said it's an infringement on Second Amendment rights to bear arms and could leave a gun owner defenseless against intruders.
Well, yes, so, of course.
You know, I mean, someone kicks in your door, middle of the night. You go, wait a second, I got to go in the closet.
I can get my trigger lock off.
Unlock it.
Yeah.
All right. You know, a little while ago when you asked me about, I'll tell everybody my boo-boo. When you asked me about this, I reached down close to where I was at, and there was a black bag, like a tool bag. And I went to get the gun out, and it wasn't there. But was in there was all the tools in the first aid kit from the car. That means I left the bag with all the guns
in the car.
The car was locked, but they were in the car. So some people are saying more Gorn I saw. So guess what?
Okay, more Gorn.
Okay, few years ago, I think Centerfire Systems or one of those had a sale on these Blackhawk tool bags, carry bags. So I bought 3 or 4 of them. They come in real handy. I use them for tools in the car and first aid kit and guns. So from this weekend, first thing, Smith & Wesson
Shield.
We took that out there and busted some caps.
We busted caps on a lot of single stacks.
And
PF9.
PF9 Kel-Tec.
Right.
Caps with that. Boom. Mike, this is not single stack, but I brought it along.
This CZ? No.
This is a Polymer 80 Glock build.
Polymer 80. Okay. I didn't see that this weekend.
One of my favorite pistols now, by the way.
Polymer 80 goodness.
Yeah. And then for some Spanish goodness here, a Star BM.
Star BM.
For those, if I can get it out of the case. For those folks that aren't familiar with it, all metal.
Boom.
It's a nice gun.
45-ish.
Where was the one that was a single stack but was super thick?
Oh, the Star. That Star.
Is that a different Star?
Ultra Star. Yeah.
Oh God, that thing.
It's here too somewhere. Maybe I left that in the car too. I don't know.
Okay.
No, I don't think I did. That one I didn't. I know I didn't.
Okay.
But yeah, that was kind of one of those ones I think that surprised a couple people.
Yeah, well, it was solid enough. I think the shooting of it was good. Is it a good gun to conceal carry nowadays?
That's a little thick.
Yeah.
But, a lot of people carry the high capacity guns that are kind of thick too, the larger guns. So that's.
Yeah, Florida Gun says, are those Stars good shooters, or would you buy modern 9mm instead?
Well, what are you doing with it?
Yeah, it depends on what you want it for. If you want to just take it to the range and have fun, it's great. It's really great.
Oh, I know what it is.
And Flopping Garbage says BM ? Bowel movement ?
That's the only thing I could ever think of.
I never thought of that ever about a Star BM.
Now you've been doing it wrong then.
Now you just ruined me forever.
It could mean a lot of things. I think I see how people go with bowel movement. Could be butt muncher.
Oh God, it's even worse.
Oh man.
I can think of a lot of things that begin with BM.
Big Mama.
Big Mama.
Let's see here. Here's the other one.
Bassmasters.
Yeah, all kinds of good stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, here's the Star, Ultra Star.
Okay, I carry my revolver in single action. Says Hank, did you hear about the guy who shot himself in the penis with a high point?
Yeah,
I think he shot himself in the penis and it traveled down and went through one of the nuts. But
oh God.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead, show that again, Walt. Show that again.
Getting so I can sit down here. I'm getting a pile of guns for all you Gorn lovers here.
Kaboom! I like, it's a cool looking gun.
It's the Star, Ultra Star, polymer lower, steel top, kind of CZ-ish is the way the design is. Single stack mag. It's got a big grip for a single stack, as I've been told. I've had it since sometime in the 90s. I picked this up in a trade or something, but I just liked it because it always seemed to work all right and digested any kind of ammo and stuff. So, what else we got? Single stack wise, for all you guys that like stuff from Serbia, like Tokarev's, here is an M88.
That one also was very nice to shoot.
There you go.
Nice. Just basically it's a compact Tokarev to make cut right to the chase. 9mm. But yeah, this was a brand new one. This is not a surplus one, but there are surplus ones on the market now too, which I kind of like actually.
Were these expensive or not expensive?
This was less than 200 if I'm not mistaken. So
yeah. Jay Brennan is asking, Babyface, because I know you have some experience with this. Anyone build a set me? Just picked up parts kit and need a receiver jig now.
Yeah, I have a jig. If you're anywhere near me, you can come use it. Otherwise, it will cost an arm and a leg to ship it because it weighs like 1,000 pounds. But I do have a jig.
Yeah. I don't know if Jay is in Florida or not, but there you go. That's a pretty generous offer from the Babyface.
I currently don't have a TIG welder, though, so I'm working on that. Hint, hint.
Yes, TIG. What would you like to do about that, Patrick? How can we help you?
I'll just get my hands on one somehow. Don't worry about it. I'll figure it out.
If somebody out there knows of a TIG welder,
just sitting around collecting dust.
Yeah, maybe you don't want it. You want it to go to a good home.
Yeah.
Yeah. Walter might know something about one, but we can't convince him of anything.
All right, guns.
Yeah, but if anyone does have one out there, I know Patrick is looking to get into that. So,
okay, back to guns. Canic, TP9 SF Elite.
Yes, very nice, very nice. In the gray, right?
Tungsten, I think they call it.
Yeah.
Nice gun. Nice gun.
Yeah. John Dieter says a GoFundMe page for Babyface P.
Oh God, again to get a TIG welder.
Yeah, forget the Tatas. Get a TIG welder.
That's right.
Yeah, I think the Tatas will serve you best, but that's just my opinion.
Negatory.
My humble opinion.
Get a TIG.
Yeah, Walter says get a TIG welder.
Yeah.
At Diesel Vision says that's my next gun there, the Canic, Walt.
Canic, yeah, it's I wanted one for a while and everybody talked so good about them, and the opportunity arose, and this one I don't think it ever been fired, so that's cool.
Yeah. The Fanatic brothers are huge fans of the Canics.
Oh yeah,
we got to have those crazy Fanatic brothers on again. I don't know. I got to reach out to them. You know the Fanatic brothers, right?
Yeah, they were on the they went on the grand tour with you.
Yes, they've been on once.
Yeah. They did the whole thing from start to finish, didn't they?
Yes. Oh yeah, those guys are no joke.
All the way to Florida from Wisconsin. Is that where they're at?
Was it Wisconsin that they came from?
Then they went all the way out to California. Then they drove all the way back home.
Yeah. I think they're farming or something now.
I don't know.
I know I still see them on social media and stuff like that, but I think they got some kind of farm.
It's frozen ass cold up north. I know that.
Yeah, there's not much farming going on at the moment.
Flopping Garbage says even trade. Give Babyface a new welder if he lets you TIG weld boobies on him.
Oh God, that sounds painful.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Walt.
No.
Walt is not trying to hear this. He's not trying to
follow that one up.
He's not trying to hear any of this. You know what? Speaking of welding, let me see. Where is that? Let me see if I can get this up here. So, Walter, this is the I think I sent Walter this logo if you guys could see this. So this is the new opening for the Safety Harbor Firearm.
Strange situation. Lifestyles of the locked and loaded.
You guys see that?
Boom.
Yeah. What do you think about that, Walt?
That's cool.
Yeah, that's going to be on the, we put on the videos, we rotate through whoever sponsors the show. Of course, Safety Harbor Firearms does sponsor the show.
A really big show. Yes.
Yeah, that's how we get to do this. Armory and Axis says, I will be giving away the ATI Mini 50 for our 500 sub giveaway. We are 20 away. So that's on Armament and Axis. You guys go Subscribe to Armament and Axes if you haven't already, and he's giving away an ATI Mini 50.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Cool beans.
Tyven Show says Wisconsin to California to Florida is only 16 inches on the map. That's not far.
And they weren't doing
That's what Tyven says now, but if he has to come down here to Florida, then it's not.
And they didn't do it like in a brand new Escalade or something either. So
no, man, those guys. What was that?
It wasn't a brand new car.
I want to say, what was that car? A Pontiac?
Yeah,
some kind of Pontiac. So yeah, but those are good guys. Those are good guys. We should have them. We should have them come on again for sure. All right, let's see what else we got going on here. Show. Someone is sending me a tactical tortoise, but I know I cannot make that picture large enough. Babyface is going to get mad at me if I show it. I don't know if you guys can see it.
Put your phone on.
Yeah, there, go the phone. Tactical turtle up there. Okay, let's see. Kathleen Music Lover wants to know, what are people's favorite 9mm pistols?
Oh, that's too hard.
Oh, that's such a hard one.
9mm.
It depends on the situation. Depends on what it's used for.
Yeah.
Right now, home defense, I got the Glock 19 Surefire on it.
Mm-hmm.
But to take out and about, like if I had to carry a duty pistol, the M&P 2.0 5-inch, that's right around here somewhere, is my favorite like hip holster carry gun.
Oh, I was gonna say a CZ Scorpion. I know that's not what she's asking about. No, there's lots. I like my Glock 34, by the way. It's cool. Huh?
If that's the case, then I want the MP5K.
Yeah, right.
with a fun switch and a safety armor firearms compact entry stuff.
Of course, that will be awesome.
I'll even take iron sights. I can do the job with iron sights too. So
yeah, there's nothing wrong with iron sights.
After 3 or 4 rounds, I'm on target. So
yeah. So I know someone was asking us earlier about the bump stock ban, which all that stuff is still going on. Here, hold on. Let me throw this up. I don't know if there's any other questions. I'm trying to like cover questions for people, but check out this news about the bump stock. But the bump stock situation going on out there. So Firearms Policy Coalition files for expedited appeal of bump stock ban ruling last week. In district court, a DC district court judge okayed President Trump's bump stock ban, which arbitrarily reclassifies bump fire stocks as machine guns. Now the Firearms Policy Coalition and their co-plaintiffs have filed an expedited appeal with the DC Circuit Court of Appeals. Here's the press release, March 4th, 2019. Today, attorneys for Firearms Policy Coalition and Firearms Policy Foundation filed opening briefs in their consolidated appeals with the Court of the DC Circuit in the ongoing federal litigation challenging the confiscatory bump stock ban rulemaking by the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms Explosives. Copies of the briefs. So all that stuff is there. What do you think is going to happen with that? You think we're going to be able to overturn that crap?
No.
Any chance?
Nope.
I'm kind of with Walter.
Nope.
Yeah. It shouldn't be. It should be easily overturned because it's not constitutional. But
if you, simply based on the fact, what is a machine gun?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they're expanding the definition of machine gun.
Okay, so is this a machine gun too?
Yeah.
Is this coaster a machine gun? If somebody doesn't like it, where does that end?
Yeah.
Yeah,
absolutely. I think they're expanding it and they're going to keep expanding it, and it's dangerous. Like everyone thinks, oh, it's just bump stocks, but they will. I mean, obviously we've said this like at infinitum here until we're blue in the face. But
if you put
today it'll be the bump stocks, then they'll say triggers, then they'll say this, then they'll say, well, we got to regulate the rate of fire, and even on a regular trigger, you can't shoot more than so many rounds. It's going to get crazy. Go ahead, Walt.
You can put that stuff in front of these leftist judges, and they're not gonna go against it. They're not gonna do it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where you're at with that. It's going to be the same old stuff over and over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm hoping someone will be able to do it. Kathleen Music Lover says a belt loop is a machine gun. Well, this thing that they're trying to do, they say that they know you could do it with a belt loop or even without it. So therefore, that's their reasoning behind eliminating it, which makes no damn sense, right? That doesn't. Remember? Do you remember when we were reading that? They had some that when the ATF came out with whatever craziness they were saying.
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
I think we're all kind of like beat up, worn out on that whole situation.
I can't stop. My existence can't come to I can't focus all day long on all this stuff where you get absolutely nothing done.
Yeah, Jafari.
If you have nothing going on and you can do that all day long, may the force be with you. You'll die young, but because you'll eat yourself up from inside. But I can't do it. Sorry.
Yeah, hopefully. Look, we have to keep pushing back against it, but we can't rail against it every day until we lose our minds.
Yeah,
you know,
I can rail all day long, and it ain't going to make any damn difference. To be quite honest with you.
Yeah,
because I'm not railing in court, and I'm not railing in
yeah.
I'm waiting for ATF right now. Still too, by the way.
Yeah, and unfortunately, some people might, we may have to wait for some people to get into trouble over this, and then counter those, right? So we'll see how that goes. Jafari H says, "I've seen people selling bump stocks for stupid cheap, but I'm hesitant to grab one. What do you guys think about it?"
Are you in a free state?
Talk about it on the blog. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would say follow the laws of wherever you live, Jafari H.
And I am not a lawyer, by the way.
Yes. Also, we're not lawyers.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Just
Chihuahua Choker says Jesus, H. Thomas, all of the againsts.
I got upset tummy right now from chocolate chip cookies and talking about it. So
Yeah. So MC1SC AK Mika says, "I put in new trigger springs in one of my ARs 3 weekends ago and tested it out, and just to have fun, bump fired it without using anything. No belt loop, nothing. Yeah. All you need to bump fire is hands."
Pretty much. Remember, a shoestring can be turned into a machine gun.
Yeah.
You guys remember the shoestring machine gun?
Yeah. It's crazy what we're going through right now, but I'm trying to keep everyone from just losing their minds over it. But we are paying attention. I don't want anyone to think out there that we're not paying attention, and we're hoping that this stuff, like someone sees some damn sense and overturns this crap. So,
yeah, we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
See what happens.
Let's see.
I got my own battles right now. Got my own battles. Waiting patiently for that expedited determination.
I know, Walt. I know. So, I mean, that's tough, right? I mean, how do you feel? Obviously, you haven't heard anything from them.
I can't even blame it on the government shutdown no more, because now I'm at 4 months.
Yeah. How long has it been since the shutdown was supposedly ended?
Well, I mean,
what's that? 2 weeks.
Turned it in November. How was it? When did the government shutdown start? Beginning of December. It went all the way right before Christmas, right?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, time is a freaking blur to me.
Yeah, it's all a blur.
As bad as that sounds, it's a blur.
All I know is we're working on.
I can't believe we're in March. We're in March already, by the way, people.
On March now, so
yeah. I mean, I remember going to SHOT Show, and that seems like 2 years ago now.
It does seem like a while ago, yeah.
Yeah.
But then when I get back to SHOT next year, it'll seem like I was just there.
Yeah, like, oh my God, are we doing this again?
Same spot, hey guys, how you doing? The same guys across from the same on the side.
Think it'll be in Vegas?
Yeah.
What are the odds it'll be in Vegas again?
Oh, it'll be in Vegas 100%. Why would it go anywhere else?
I'd like to see it go somewhere else, but
I would too. But the money's all paid for and everything. It can't go anywhere.
Yeah. Oh, if SHOT Show is going down, I believe it's going down in Vegas.
Yeah, it's not going nowhere. It's not moving nowhere.
Yeah. Okay. So did you see what I posted up there? So apparently there is IDX 2019 Steyr AUG in 300 black and 5.56 from Austria.
Oh, I don't doubt it.
Yeah. So let's see. Do you think there's a high demand for a 300 blackout Steyr? Like, people always say they want all of these bullpups in 300 blackout.
I don't. 300 black's cool, but
I wouldn't buy it in that.
Yeah. I mean, is that necessary?
No.
Yeah. I think 300 blackout is cool. I don't know if it's necessary to be, although I would like a bullpup that's 300 blackout. I don't think we necessarily need to take a Styrog or anything and make it into it.
Yeah, I mean,
if you got to have one, I get it.
Nothing wrong with 300 blackout, but I just don't see that as that myself. But that's just me. 300 blackout is the best in a. If you want to use it suppressed, which that's what it's designed for. Actually, in a bolt gun. So
and it needs to be short barreled. So having a full 16-inch is kind of a waste.
Kind of a waste, yeah.
Yeah.
Armory and Axis, I don't know what their argument is about the 50 caliber being any different than any other upper, but I only know the 50 cal guys were the only guys that got a letter. So I think it might have taken so long because this is a tough one for them to figure out. There's a lot of different things.
Do you think the longer that this is taking, the better it is for me? You?
I hope so, but there's a lot of issues that have to be dealt with, not just the fact of this, but why it happened and the amount of stuff that's out there already out in the world, and why only the 50 cal guys got this, and yada, yada, yada. So, yeah, they might be having a little hard time trying to figure it out. Because they could set precedent by this, so they have to.
That's the scary thing, right? Because let's say, like right now, let's say this happens, and I hope that it doesn't come back. Where they're like, "Yes, we're standing by this," but if they get away with that, what's stopping them from expanding that out to other calibers?
That's when I'll talk to. Then that's why that's when other folks bigger than me in the business should get involved. Involved. I had a conversation with somebody at the SHOT Show that morning, that Wednesday morning there, and he was very interested in what was going on with it.
Right.
And he's a lot bigger than me, mucho bigger than me. So,
I think that if that comes down, we do have to start doing. We can't just like sit around and take that.
I mean.
Because they're gonna start expanding that out to other things, and
I mean, somebody had brand new products there at the SHOT Show that to me would fall right in that same envelope. What difference is it?
Yeah, Red Bear says the higher the torturous interference climbs. So I think he's saying like the longer this goes, the more torturous it is. There's weird things going on, and it's so ironic to me that if we had Obama right now, people will be up in arms against every little thing. If Obama looks sideways at a gun, people will be up in arms. Like, we got to fight back. We want to see the fucking birth certificate. It'd be all crazy. But for some reason now, people aren't like worried about this under Trump.
Yeah, well, I don't know if it's even a worry about thing. It's just I don't know. It's hard to figure out. And the Democrats have lost all their minds. They don't think they'll pay any price for their actions now.
They feel like they have political cover. That's what it is.
They're emboldened now.
Yeah,
they didn't feel that way during Obama because at some reason they didn't, but now they feel.
Well, we were together. We were all getting together, and we were activating, and we were putting pressure on the politicians.
That people don't like Trump anymore either, and that's not true either. He's not going anywhere. Yeah. The leftist sideshow is just getting worse every day it goes.
You're going to hate this, but I really honestly think that it was easier under Obama for the folks out there to get mad. For some reason right now, it's not so easy to get mad about this stuff.
Yeah, because he was the leader of the pack, so to speak.
So I guess we just need to have like black presidents from now on, and then everyone will get activated and stand up for the Second Amendment again and the Constitution and all that stuff. That's the motivation that some people need.
Pretty much.
I'm not saying you, Walt. I know where you're at.
That wasn't. I don't care what color the person is, as long as they're not freaking.
These folks out here, they need an Ocasio-Cortez, man. That's what they need to get them activated. Yeah. They need a President Oprah.
Oh God, no.
Talk
about running a racket.
This is what the people need. Look, Walter, am I lying here, or did so many companies, even ones that they secretly had the Hillary plan?
Oh yeah, 100%.
We have Springfield Armory. the saint. Right before the election, the saint. It's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
I bet they're selling lots of those saints, aren't they?
Yeah. Everyone had this Hillary plan of selling stuff.
Oh yeah,
and now we're here.
Even people like Daniel Defense and all that. They all built bigger factories and everything. They were getting ready for the final curtain, you know.
And I don't understand what's the logic behind that. Tell me. If you get these people into power and they're going to take away guns, what do you think? You're going to go buy all the guns and your guns are going to be grandfathered in?
Outfits do other things besides sell it to me and you too. So don't forget that. You know, they sell it to the governments. They sell it out of the country. They sell it. Yeah, I don't know. Not my way of thinking, but you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Mr. Holster says, I don't think him being black had a damn thing to do with it. So what happened? Did everyone just blow their load? He's a
freaking Marxist. I mean, there's no other way to describe Barack Obama. He's a freaking Marxist.
Yeah, but so what are these Democrats right now pushing all this stuff through? And then you know, the people that we got this bump stock ban, it's from the Trump administration.
Yeah.
So what the hell is going on now? What do we have now?
I can't explain all that, so I don't know.
It's like the Twilight Zone.
There's a lot of this being passed around right now. A lot of it. So just mark it down. Just say a lot of people getting bought off. So check their bank accounts. Check their travel plans. Watch where they travel to when they're not working. Yeah. When they're going to the islands where the pedophile islands and everything else. Yes. Yeah, check it all out. Yeah.
Yeah. And here's the thing, like what I'm trying to say is, to me, it's not the president, regardless of who it is. It's the politicians and what they do. The president doesn't do it on his own. There's stuff going on and no one is really mad enough about it for us to get people to show up in numbers, or the politicians aren't scared, man. They're not scared of what's even look at what happened in the last election round that we had, right? And the House shifted over and the Republicans still aren't getting their shit together. You know, like what does it take?
They had their shit for 2 years and they did nothing.
Yeah. Something weird is going on, man. I agree with Alex Jones.
Oh no,
I think the aliens are tapping into people's brains. You know,
the illegal aliens. That's what's happening.
Yeah. Through all the weed, there must be like a new strain of alien weed out there, and everybody's smoking that thing.
No more,
and no one's paying attention. Huh?
No more Mexican dirt weed.
No. This new alien dimensional weed, just whatever it is messing all you people up.
Yeah.
You know, and people are not paying attention to this really crazy stuff going on out there. Like the thing happening, here's the reason why I'm saying that, right? What's happening with you, Walter, and these 50s is really crazy if you think about it.
Well,
I mean, I know this is like personal to you and everyone else
really
in the family.
But it could be really crazy in one respect. And then there's another side of it. It's really simple to explain. So, and that's as simple as friends in certain places.
Oh, okay. The right palms get greased.
No, somebody's friend here says, hey, why don't you do this? And then next the letter sent, and next thing you know, I go through this.
Yeah.
We go through this or whatever. So I one side of me says it's like some kind of evil plot. And the other side of me thinking, this is the stupidest evil plot I ever heard in my life. I mean, it's like,
because ultimately it could backfire on all of us if it is that,
right? Sense, right? Well, yeah. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
If anybody listening, they can't hear my audio. That's my hands going up in the air, going.
Right.
No, you know.
Yeah.
It's strange shit, you know. So.
Yeah. Look, I hope we find out sooner than later.
Me too. By the way.
Yeah, I know. It's devastating for for business and stuff like that. But I think
what takes so long to figure out? Well, the fact that there's thousands of them already out there, and that there's all kinds of legal things going on with it. And so who knows?
Yeah. This is going to be a very interesting year. This year, 2019. Everyone thought it was 1999, Y2K.
Oh no, that was nothing. That was just a way to sell stuff.
Yeah. When is the new apocalypse, babyface? When was the new apocalypse?
Coming soon to a theater near you.
When did it get changed up to?
Oh God,
2012. They find a new Mayan calendar or something.
It went from
2012 was the last one.
Yeah, that was yeah. When's the next one?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
And then one side of my business is like creeping slow, and the other side could explode. So it will explode if I keep doing the right thing. So some side of me says, fuck the 50 calibers and all that bullshit. And the other side of me says, not yet.
Yeah. Jay Brennan says, I want a 50. First damn thing.
Oh, now everybody does.
Available again.
I was just answering emails and going through emails this morning. When are you going to be? When are you going to go? When are you going to? When? It's like, if I knew when I was going to have them for sale again, you don't think I'd tell you? Yeah. But anyways, yeah. So yes, the same kind of thing. It's like one side of me says, the hell with it, and the other side says, no, not quite yet. There's still a couple shekels to be made. So
right. I carry my revolver in single action says 2020 is going to be even more stranger. I think I agree with that.
Oh man, they're gonna go. There's gonna be this time around. It's gonna be a full. You thought there was a lot of Republican candidates last time? Look how they're lining up. The former governor, I think of Colorado.
Colorado, yeah.
I don't know who this guy is.
Isn't that the guy that caused all the trouble in Colorado? Like got rid of
Joe Chucklebus or something. I don't know what that is.
Isn't that the guy? Like all the stuff that they did in Colorado, that's what made Magpul
move out.
I think so.
So they all think they're all emboldened. They're all coming out of the closet thinking that they can be the prez. Of course, none of them have any money like Trump did. So they're going to be beholden to the special interests and the Bloombergs and all these other ones. And it'd be interesting to see them fight it out.
If you think you're seeing a lot of Democrats come out, I'm telling you that there's going to be not as many Democrats, but there's going to be some Republicans coming out and going up against Trump.
Unless they got balls and they're not scared to show them, they're going to have a hard time against Trump. Yeah,
there's a couple thinking about it. I'm not saying they're going to make it. I'm just saying a couple of them are thinking about it because Trump is truly not in the Republican Party. A lot of the leaks and stuff like that are coming out are because it's from the Republican Party.
Yeah, the game has changed on that side of the aisle. You better be big and bold, or you better go home. So
yeah,
if you're gonna be a meek Republican, you better just not even try.
Yeah, Night Train says, don't be surprised if Hillary decides to run again. Oh, you guys, right now, I want to hear from you guys. Do you think Hillary's going to run again? Yes or no?
Okay, let me yes. Now she is, because you see how all the Democrats all showed up at that place where there was I forget what the event that happened. Selma, was it Selma?
Yeah, recently.
Weekend or something.
A commemoration of something.
Yes. And I think the tornado kind of trumped their whole big deal. But the press on it anyways. But they all showed up in this one place, and I guess she was throwing her arms up, and
she was excited. Someone juiced her up.
They gave her some B12 shots, and she was out there ranting and raving, and turning on the black voice like she does and everything, and getting down with the brothers. I think hopefully I don't.
You think Hillary's going for it again?
Oh yeah, she can't help herself.
Yeah. Patrick, you're hoping no, or you're just thinking no?
I don't think so. I really don't think she will.
Now, whether she'll make it all the way to the end, that's another story. But
there's no way. People can't be that dumb again.
That's going to be the decision. I'm in the middle of you two guys. I don't really know right now because I think they still haven't kept their promise to Hillary. Like they got Hillary to step aside so that Obama could get the White House, and they promised her that she would get the White House at some point. So they promised her that, and then somehow she's like, hey, I'm going to be the first female president or whatever. Yeah. So I think, probably it's going to come down to how it all shakes up and how willing. But I think if she has any sense, they have to look, or even the Democratic Party, have to look at the fact that Democrats in America don't want Hillary to be president.
Yeah.
They have to look at that. So that's why I'm saying I'm kind of like in the middle, but I would tend to take Patrick's side right now because I don't really think that people want her. They'll just find other people. If they want a female president, if they want like first female Latino or first whatever, that's what we're getting from now on. We're going to get all this
first garbage.
Yeah. I think that's,
it's like, How about somebody that's actually interested in what's going on?
Yeah, Big Cliff says, I thought Obama was the first female president.
He was the first transgender one.
So yeah, but there's a lot of them out there, but I think it's eventually going to come down to money. And I think Bernie looks like he's getting money. And if he gets more money than Hillary, then there's no chance. And then if Biden decides to run, then that's another thing.
What a Creepy Joe. Joke. Bring it on, Creepy Joe.
Yeah, Creepy Joe. I hope so.
You've seen the pictures of Creepy Joe and the kids already?
Oh, God.
When he runs, man, I guarantee there's stuff you ain't seen.
Yeah. So we're going to see this. I think I agree with people. 2020 is going to be bad shit, yo.
Creepy Joe got... Ugh.
And can I tell you something? I think we're going to take a little bit of a slump in the economy and all that kind of stuff. So it's going to be really interesting what's coming up here. We're going to see some, you know, I think real estate's probably teetering on the edge.
Real estate's right now. So, for example, the building I'm in, I know it's 901. The building I'm in is for sale, and they're asking crazy money for the building. And the damn thing was built in the early 80s. It needs freaking everything.
I don't think that's a good idea in Florida right now because I think Florida real estate is going to start going backwards.
I looked at it and I thought about it, and it's like, if the economy takes any kind of a little bit of a hiccup, half those people that renting there will be gone, and you'll end up paying the mortgage yourself, and it won't be pretty. So, yeah,
I would probably recommend to people out there, even if you have the money, rent stuff right now. Take it easy. I say start pulling back a little bit. You know,
what happened to the Hank that I know?
I'm reading bad tea leaves. I could just tell you, I'm reading some bad tea leaves out there, and I'm like, ooh, stuff is gonna, because you know these guys are gonna mess with things in 2020, man. There's gonna be a whole bunch of stuff going on to like try to push Trump out, and then there's real forces that are gonna take place, and I think there's a lot of things that are overpriced and all that kind of stuff. There's stuff going on.
There's still commercial real estate that's empty since the 2008 thing.
Yeah. So I would recommend people start getting. Look, there's people losing our jobs, not just our friend, you know, Rod Mills. There's other people in those positions. It's happening.
You ride around in some of the smaller towns like Chiefland, for example, where you close to where you live. Before 2008, that place was booming. As far there was stuff going on everywhere. Now you ride around so much, it's not as booming as it used to be. So the economy is doing good, but the economy hasn't completely recovered in a lot of respects. So
yeah. I think everyone should just start preparing. Just start getting ready. Buy your canned food.
Get your 22 long rifle because when the shit hits the fan, that'll be $1 round.
Yeah, we got to get generators. We got to get some generators. We got to start getting ready for this.
Bottles of Jack Daniels and don't open it.
Yeah, just keep it. Just bury it. Does Jack Daniels do well if you bury it?
Any alcohol, as long as you don't open it, is fine.
Oh, okay.
You can have a 100-year-old bottle of scotch. As long as you don't open it to air, it's good.
Yeah. So we got to. You know what? We started off miserable, and now we're gonna end.
That was
we're gonna end in misery. Oh man, I feel okay. You know what? We'll try to spice this up tomorrow.
I tell you what, I got a couple cases of Jack Daniels. When the apocalypse comes, at least you'd be happy.
Yeah.
Or you can trade it for something else. You know.
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see. Let's wrap it up. Babyface, what do you want the people to follow out there?
Find me on YouTube at Babyface P or Instagram baby_face P. Instagram is far more lively. Check me out over there. We did get some content from this weekend, so I may have some stuff coming out to YouTube, but we'll see.
Okay, cool.
Did Minnie wear your pup out?
I think Buckshot wore her out. She went to the car and
she laid down most of the way home. She didn't.
Normally, Buck, did you see the picture of Buck though?
Yeah,
he was pretty wrecked after the whole day.
Out.
Yeah. He fell asleep in the car.
Yeah, he was sleeping like standing up or something.
Mm-hmm. He was exhausted.
Yes. So if you want to see those, you got to follow baby_face P.
Yep, that's it.
Yeah. On Instagram. You don't have Twitter or Facebook yet.
Never use it.
You better get that going before the economy takes a dive. You don't think it now, but you'll need it. Okay, and so what about you, Walt?
Facebook, Instagram, and I do have some stuff on Twitter that automatically gets put up there. from the Instagram stuff and the Twitter and the Facebook. But anyways, yeah.
And I think Babyface needs a Twitter.
I never use Twitter. I hate Twitter.
Get up on the Twitter.
I hate it.
Hate is such a bad word.
You know how hard it was to get me on Instagram.
Yeah.
Instagram, where it's at, man.
Yeah.
That's where all checks are.
It's very easy for you to just push yourself from Instagram to Twitter, damn it. Well, okay, we're not gonna convince him, okay?
Yeah.
We're not gonna convince him. Okay, make sure you follow Safety Harbor Firearms out there, everyone out there. He's on everything.
Yep.
Safety Harbor Firearms. Go ahead. Go ahead, Walt.
Yeah, and then as soon as I get some news about the current things with the Gov, I will be posting it all over the place. So stay tuned.
Yes, absolutely. We also have an Instagram. It's called WMMF_podcast. It's for the podcast here. You guys could go follow that. If you follow us right now, we'll follow you back. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe right here. Ring the bell. That's how you get notified. Thanks to everyone out there. We'll be back. We're going to be here, I think, the whole entire week. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. We are out of here.